welcome back to the No Cut Sports Podcast with your host, Niall Frazier. And today we got some things to talk about, as you already know. But before we even get into anything like that, if you could please like and subscribe to always catch this vibe, man. We really do appreciate, or I do appreciate, it's just me, but really do appreciate all the love I've been getting from my recent videos. I don't have a lot of subscribers, but one of my videos recently hit 1K, so I do appreciate y'all for doing that for me. I'm just trying to keep giving y'all the best content I can in my way, in my viewpoint. So let's get into what we need to get into. But before we do that, please do not forget the jersey giveaway is this weekend. Okay, tomorrow's the last day. Tomorrow's the last day to subscribe to the channel, because that's what you have to do to enter the giveaway. All you got to do is subscribe to the channel, man. So let's do that by tomorrow. I'm thinking about having the May 3rd, or it's going to be this weekend. I just got to check my schedule, but May 3rd should be a good day. So I'm thinking around like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, because I think me and Memphis coming on. I got to watch that. So, yeah, man, and whatever else, I think the playoffs and all that's coming on. So I'm going to be tuned into that. But talking about the playoffs, shout out to Tyrese Maxey and the 76ers, man. Tyrese was on a heater yesterday, man. It was like watching AI, man. For real, I ain't going to cap. Pulling from sidestepping threes, and come on, bro. Like, and I ain't gonna get into Embiid. I know he hurt, but bro, I gotta see some more. Gotta see some more, because it's like every year we see the same stuff with this team, man. So we're not gonna get into that. We're gonna talk about what we need to talk about with the Philadelphia Eagles. So first things first, we're gonna cover the AJ Brown extension press conference, whatever you want to call it. He ended up signing his deal yesterday. My boy was looking very, very good, you know what I'm saying? The pause, you know what I'm saying? But my boy was looking real good, like he's about to sign that $84 million guaranteed deal, you know what I'm saying? So this makes A.J. Brown the highest paid wide receiver in the NFL. Now, I know I spoke briefly about this in my previous video, but just wanted to talk about some of the things that stuck out to me in the press conference. The first thing I will say is everything has been cleared up now. As y'all know, this past season, we done had a lot of media come out and say a lot of things against A.J. Brown, trying to make it seem like he was some type of cancer to the team, which blew my mind, for the simple fact that I'm like, bro, this man is the leading receiver. Like, he's the leading yardage receiver on our team. My man got 1,500 yards. Like, what more y'all want this man to do? And then I'm not going to say nobody's names, because, I don't even know bull like that. But y'all know who I'm talking about, because he's a constant hater, okay? He's always hating on the Eagles. And then I seen this video, and I seen the Tampa Bay Buccaneers thing. I'm like, bro, what you talking about the Eagles for anyway? Like, what, it don't even matter. So my thing is this, man. I'm glad to see that the Eagles organization shut all that down. Even prior to the deal, there was, I guess, trade rumors were going around that I reported on. I guess the Patriots had, reached out, this, that, and the third. There was a big thing about that, you know what I mean? So it's just nice to see that Howie was like, we're going to clear all this up by giving them what we need to give them. And I had commented on Eagle Al's video, which is funny, and people came back and was like, hey, yo, you were right. And I'm like, listen, man, it was just an educated guess, because it's like you don't want a talent like that to leave the building. And then again, it makes it even better that the three guys all get along. You got Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown always showing love to one another, especially as of recent, which is great to see, because, like A.J. said, it makes his job even better to have somebody out there, have another wide receiver out there of the caliber of Devontae Smith. It makes everything easy, because he's also a 1,000-yard receiving wide receiver. Excuse me, stumbling over my words, but it just makes it so much easier for AJ to do his job, and vice versa. And then say you add in, God forbid, because I really do think we got a wide receiver 3 in that building, but God forbid, Anais Smith, or I was gonna call my man Johnny Walker, whatever my man name is, from Florida. And then he got a couple other guys, or another guy, I think, I can't think of my man's name that they're bringing in. And I'll cover that when I talk about the undrafted free agents later on in this video. But it's a couple other guys they got coming in, and I do think they also will make A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith's job even easier. So, but A.J. Brown just talked about, just putting that work in. He says he says there's a lot of wide receivers that he knows, or players in general that he knows, they don't put that same work in. They don't have that same work ethic. So when people are going out on the weekends, he's saying, man, I'm going to go do 2 days, not just working out once, but working out twice in the day. Because he said, I'm trying to get the edge on these players. That's the type of mind. That's what I always talk about, the mindset. Like the skill set, yeah, we know he got the skills, but you got to keep refining the skills day to day, year to year, because it's always, what have you done for me lately? Nobody gonna care about A.J. Brown, them 1,500 plus yards he had last year, if you don't do it again or come close to it. You understand what I'm saying? So he understands that. Jalen Hurts understands that. A lot of those players understand that. And the organization is setting it as the mindset for any player up and coming into this organization, or even if you coming in from free agency, whatever you did at your last organization is not going to fly here. This is a different type time. We are trying to win Super Bowls. If that's not the type time you on, we'll holler at you. No disrespect. And I feel like that's what happened with Hassan Reddick. Something happened with that, because it's like you don't give up. And I'm not saying it was something bad, but it's like it could be performance-wise, because yeah, he's getting sacks, but it's not consistent. You want that consistently. You don't want a gap for a month where I don't have no sacks and then you get, 6, 7, which don't get me wrong, it's still great, but it's not consistent enough. So, you go out here, you start getting these different players, like a Quinyon Mitchell. You go out here and go get a Cooper DeJean. Bro, still can't believe that, man. Still can't believe they pulled that off. So, yeah, but you go get players like that with that same mentality of playing and understanding of the game, coming from, decent programs, the pro days, well, then just the interviews, like I had said, knowing different coaches at different colleges and things like that really benefited some of these players, because, or even them just coming in for the top 30 visit, it benefited some of these players because you get to see, how this person is, how he said it, or either Nick Sirianni said it. He'll sit there and he'll see how competitive a player is. You know what I'm saying? Just to see, like, okay, let's see if he got a little dog in him or not. So it's good to see, man. It's good to see. Yeah, man. Shout out to A.J. Brown and the rest of those guys. But for sure, shout out to A.J. Brown, because he said he wants to hang his cleats up in Philly, and I hope he does. I hope he does. It's so crazy. I've been saying it. He belong in Philly. When I see him out on the field and somebody getting in his face, he just, you know what I'm saying? He just, like, get up, what you gonna do? Feel me? Like, that's a dog, baby. That's a dog. You feel me? So I love seeing it, man. I love seeing it. So let's move on to what we need to move on to, man. Making sure I ain't missing nothing else. So I guess we can cover that another time. But Boston Scott goes to the Rams per Adam Scheffner. Now, Boston Scott really didn't get too much play last year. He has been with us for 6 years, but he hasn't really gotten too much play last year. I mean, and that could be a multitude of reasons, but kind of like if you're looking back on it now in hindsight, it's like kind of writing on the wall, I guess you would say, for him. And it's sad to see, but it's like I just said, it's a different time. It's a different era in this organization where they're trying to bring in young players, you know what I mean, so they can, get as much value out of these players as they can. So, like I said, it's just, cause I like Boston Scott, man. I remember some of them games, especially when he plays New York, the Giants, bro. He would just kill them, bro. And it's sad to see, but I'm glad my man was able to, find another home. The Rams is still a decent team. They're not better than us, though. No disrespect, Philadelphia all day, but they ain't better than us. So, but I'm glad my man was able to go out and go get another contract. Now this league, this wasn't even a topic. So now it kind of makes me wonder, like, cause you got June, you still have June 1st, cuts. So it's like, do you keep Bradbury? Do you keep, and I guess all this gets worked out cause rookie minicamp starts this, either this weekend or this coming week. And, you'll definitely be seeing me on this joint talking about the different reports that come out. Cause I know Elliott Shore Parks and all those guys, they tweet stuff out. If those guys are going there, but I know some of the media personnel does go there and they'll tweet this stuff out. So, yeah, so I know about that stuff so much. So yeah, but anyway, I'm getting off topic, but yeah, but it's just the rookie minicamp starting, so we'll be talking about that. But yeah, I got all the way off topic, bro. All the way up top. What was I talking about? Yeah. So I'm thinking we talking about the rookies. My fault, man. But we talking about the running back situation. So, or just the situation overall. But my thing is this: the undrafted free agents that they're bringing in. A couple of them I really do like. A handful of the pickups I really do like, and I'm gonna just read this. I'm sorry if I'm not looking at this camera because I got my computer screen like pulled up, but yeah. So the UFD the U undrafted free agent picks that I do have. The first one I'm gonna start with is Gabe Hall. Okay, now before I get into all the players, I've watched a couple of clips on each player, maybe like 2-3 minutes long, nothing crazy. So I can only get my eye test. You know what I mean? So let's go. Let's get into this right quick. And I'm sorry I'm not looking at the screen, but Gabe Hall, strong, good use of hands, still needs to be developed. But he reminds me of a Chris Jones with his play. And the guy also said that when I was watching his highlights. I can't think of the guy's name, but shout out to you, man. He reminds me. He said he reminds him of a poor man's Chris Jones, and I was like, bro, I couldn't think of the name of the player, but I'm like, he moved like somebody, and it's Chris Jones. So my thing is this: if he can, he still needs to be developed. But if they can get this man, if they can get, if Stoutland, you can get this man the traits that he needs, I can guarantee you that line is going to be even scarier with him on there. Even scarier. They were double teaming this man all day. He got the move off the defender and all that. I'm just like, oh yeah, I can see why. I can see why they went out and got him. Now people are sitting here talking about how did some of these players fall out of the draft, and it's like every player. First off, every team don't do homework like the other teams do. That's one thing I gotta say, because I remember Deion Sanders. I don't know if y'all remember this, but I said I follow Colorado, the football team, because I'm a Deion Sanders fan. But Deion Sanders had said, I can't remember how many years ago it was, but he said a lot of these when he was at JSU, probably going to Colorado, he had did an interview saying that a lot of players at these HBCUs and these smaller colleges have talent just as much as these SEC players and Big 12, whatever you want to call it. It's just that these scouts don't go to these schools or just don't even know how to find talent in general. So when I hear players talk about the third round pick, Jalex Hunts, or whoever, I'm not a skilled scout. I just see certain flashes and I'd be like, ooh. You know what I'm saying? Give me that little feeling like, oh, it could turn into something. Nobody know what's going to happen, bro. Even, like, my thing is even with Quinyon Mitchell and all of them, like, we don't even know if that'll pan out. We just know when we do our eye test from the highlights and stuff that we see on film, we don't know if these players are pan out. But a lot of these players have a high upside. So, he's a great addition. Keaton Milton, is that how you say his first name? The running back from Georgia, another decent pickup. Okay, he runs hard, up and you know what I'm saying, not side to side, but he gets up the field. So he's not really a dual threat back, but I did see him make a couple of catches for 10 yards and stuff like that. So nothing crazy, but maybe he can work on it. Who knows? But he might make the team as well. I think. Excuse me. So the next person I got is Andre Sam. Safety from LSU. Yeah, bro. He's aggressive. Plays aggressive. I like it. Real good with his hands. Catch point. What else did I see? Because I didn't write none of his stuff down. Can't even remember, man. Can't even remember. The underneath routes, I think they said either the over the top or the underneath routes, he's really good at. But he also has some things that, and all these players got things they need to work on, the rookies. So some things that they need to work on. But I do think we got the coaching for it. So they could bring him in, see what he looks like. But I do think, depending on what's going on with Cindy Brown, safety help is probably going to be something that we are looking to add depth at. And yeah, man. So, and then moving on, I got linebacker Jacob Roberts from Wake Forest. He had a crazy pro day but then I watched his highlights. Super duper aggressive. Good up. I won't say he's good, but from the highlights that I saw, picking up the run, I think he had some okay coverage skills. I don't think I've seen too much on his coverage skills, but seems like he got decent coverage skills, but he's downhill for sure. Like he's gonna get to that quarterback, playing that line. So we should see how he pans out. Let me see what else. I can't say this guy's name, bro. I cannot say this guy's name. The Eagles, they signed a Maryland standout right tackle. Gotta leave. These. Oh my, I don't. I'm sorry, bro. But PFF had the 6'4", 310 pounds, who posted a 5.1 on the 40, a 5.01 on the 40 time, and with the sixth highest pass blocking grade among Big Ten tackles last year. So that sounds pretty good. I didn't get to see none of his tape, so I probably should look that up. And yeah, man. So that's what I got for y'all, man. That's so far so good. That's what I got for y'all. But this is the smallest unsigned free agent class that Howie has, you know, that we done had over these last couple of years. So, and I think that's just a testament to the talent or the needs of our team. So yeah, man. So we'll see what happens with those guys. I just want to make sure I'm not forgetting nothing, man. Anything new? I don't think so. But one thing I will like to say though is I'm really excited for the season. Like I said, I know it's still early, still some moves that probably need to be made by the organization. But overall, from free agency to the draft, I really do think that the team is getting back on track. Like I said, they went out here this past offseason and got some coaches with experience. And as you see now, we need those coaches with experience. So we got a lot of young dogs coming up in here, man. They need to be coached up the right way, and so forth. Because like I said, we're trying to go back to the Super Bowl, bro. That's honestly the only goal. Like, yeah, we need to win and, playoffs and all that. But the biggest goal is getting back to the Super Bowl. And I hope all the players that they have brought in understand that aspect, because it do take a team to win, man, for real. So, especially the Super Bowl. So we'll see what they do, man. And like I said, man, I really do appreciate everybody that's been watching, supporting the channel. Like I said, if you could like, comment, and subscribe, you already know to catch this vibe. And it's not from the No Cut Sports Podcast, man. If you got any comments, please leave them below. And please do not forget, the jersey giveaway is this weekend. So yeah. And also, man, shout out to my man, Bet On Yourself Podcast Sports. My man's been showing crazy love, crazy support. A lot of people been showing crazy love, crazy support. But look I gotta reach out to my man, but look for a collab soon. And catch the both of us on here. So talking about the birds. But I'ma holla at y'all, man. It's not from No Cut Sports Podcast. Appreciate all the support. I'ma holla at y'all.